It's nice to be back. You know, I feel like I have a few churches that I feel really connected with here in Minnesota now, in Florida, and now because my son married a girl from Atlanta, Georgia, so on the way down I can stop over. But witnessing to me is natural. It should be a natural way of life, and everybody should just do it naturally, no fear, right? We can't be afraid to teach people something that we accepted as the truth and share it with people in a very simple way. So I taught all my children how to do business. And business is relationship, and it's the right language. So if somebody came up to me and says, Roddy, so what do you do for a living? Well, you know how people struggle with the marital relationships. And you know how they struggle in the parent-child relationship. And the sibling relationship, they struggle with the sibling relationship. Well, I help solve that through an understanding called divine principle. That's easy to say, right? And that, if I walked away from that, if I just said it, and I do that through an understanding called divine principle, walk away. Anybody that's struggling in that area, can you tell me a little bit about this divine principle? Well, I'm a little busy right now, but I'll send you some. The whole idea is that everybody wants a solution to their problems. So you got to make solutions to people's problems. Okay? So that picture right there, we're on our way from Canada to be with Shizuka and Ben for the baby. And that's the Lake Michigan. We come out of our motel and this is what we saw. So I said, well, we got to take a shot of this. I got a whole bunch of them, but look at that. And I said, look at that girl standing up there. She's coming there because she's feeling loved by nature. So if we can get into this fuzzy-wuzzy feeling, it should be easy to talk to people about how God works in our lives, right? So there's me and Yoko coming out of our motel and said, okay, we got to get some shots over there. So this, Kyoshi, you got your mic here? Okay, this is Father's words, okay?
Okay. When you witness to other people, you must feel actually as if you are seeking your own children. Therefore, when you find them, you must serve them as a servant, but with the heart of a father. It was God who has been seeking us. We must seek people with a father's heart. In that way, you can feel and experience the heart of the Father.
So we have to know that as you witness, you develop your heart, but also you're protecting your environment. So the more you do that within family, your family is safe and protected. The more you do it in the community, the more safe and so the more people you educate and help guide them to a deeper understanding, the environment's safer. So you can't be afraid of that. The fear that's inside of you, you got to lose that. Okay? So this is my family, and my family's growing every darn day, you know. So this is us in Mexico for one of my nephew's weddings, all right? And now the family's growing, you know, Shizuka and Ben and the new baby, Callum Roderick Paling, right? When Shizuka said, Dad, we want to honor you with the middle name, that's my middle name, Roderick, I was blown away. It was so touching, you know. And this is Kyoshi and Portion and their baby, and Mika and Caleb down in Florida. And there's, now they're in Texas right now, Nikita and Mark and Rie. And then you guys know Rebecca and Christopher James. And then there's David Paul, and they just got blessed in May. And so I got one left. The guy on the right side with the gray, Mark Alexander, he's my last. Okay, so what I did, I taught the kids all business, and they're all running their businesses now. We do that as a family, but this business is mine and Yoko's. This is Airbnb. If you look to the right side, there's over 1,000 reviews. We are the busiest Airbnb in Sudbury. We are the best. And the reason why we're the best is because we know how to love people. We're not afraid to love people. It's not a job. It's natural, okay? But look to the other side. That's my Airbnb friends. These are 94 of my spiritual children on the left side. And all the lines underneath, and they're from all over the world. Thousands of people have come through my place. Only over 1,000 have given reviews. A lot of people don't give reviews. But with that, I met, these are a lot of professional, wonderful people, and you're going to see some right now, that are from all over the world. I'm talking France, Germany, Austria, South America, Africa, all over. And everybody wants to know how to build a beautiful family. Everybody wants that. So when they see pictures of my kids and they see them interacting with them, they go, okay, so how do you get that? Okay, well, I'm going to teach you. So I'm going to teach you how God works. But I'm going to teach you this, that God that made you in your mother's womb, you know, the mom and dad come together and it's just a little percentage of activity, and 99% of you are created in your mother's womb because your parents don't know how to make a brain. They can't make kidneys or a liver or heart and central nervous system or a brain. They don't know how to do none of that. God does. And that God is not religious. And that God wants to be with you your whole life. But once you're born, you cut God out of your life. That's your problem. He wants to co-create with you with everything, and it had nothing to do with religion. That's, they get that. So I'm going to teach you how that God works. Do you want to know? Yes, I do. They all want to know. Nice and light, okay? So this is what I do is every 2 weeks, summertime, I have these potluck dinners, potluck lunches. So everybody from all these different countries, and here you'll see there's people from Cameroon, from India, from Pakistan, China, Mexico, you know, Austria. There are all these people, and they have to make a pot of a dish from their country, their nationality like that, and they put their whole hearts in it. You know, it's like you go to a Thanksgiving dinner, like mom or whoever puts the food out, it's all delicious because they put their love into it. When everybody's doing that, it's so special. And you can do that in your neighborhood, you can do it anywhere. But just watch the activity here. So this is some of the food they make. Hey, there's pancetta, they make big dishes like this here. And then here, you'll see this girl here, she ran my Airbnb. When I leave like this, I have my spiritual kids that are watching my Airbnb, they're doing it, watching. She was my first one. So we have Ella right now. Okay. Tell us, what did you make just now? What is this?
It's chicken.
You're all going to get hungry now.
Yeah, chicken. It's named yellow-breasted chicken.
Yellow-breasted chicken.
Yeah, it's
right
really
on.
popular in China.
Is it very popular?
Yeah. I mean, you can ask every Chinese know this.
Oh, all right. This is good.
Good Chinese. What's this?
黄焖鸡. Yeah, it's
Oh,
its name is
Manchi. Very good. God bless you.
Yeah, it's really to eat with rice.
Oh, eat with rice.
It's
Fantastic.
a little salty, but
Great. God bless
it tastes
you.
really good.
Thank you. We have Ella right now. Tell us, what did you make just now? What is this? Okay. Now this is Casey. Casey now, her and her husband, I blessed them. They went through the 40-day separation, 3-day ceremony. Now they're. You got Casey right here. What'd you make?
I made some chickpea curry.
Chickpea curry.
Coconut chickpea curry.
Oh my
So
God.
with chickpeas and potatoes and coconut milk.
All right, beautiful.
Well, that's not
And
all you
Mr.
made.
Cameron, what did you make, Cameron?
I made an apple crisp, but that's for later.
Oh, till later.
I also made
Oh,
a quinoa salad.
quinoa salad, unbelievable.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. My God,
Thank
almighty.
you.
Here we go.
All right, who's next?
Okay, we got Casey right here. What'd you? Now this little family here, he's an engineer, and he stayed with me 2 weeks. And his wife is a lawyer. They're all from Cameroon, and he said you need to talk to Roddy because he knows about God, and she's been studying in all these religions, and she comes out of a Catholic tradition, but always curious to know answers to questions. So that's her daughter. She's only 9 years old, and she's explaining the food they brought. You got Anna L right here. So what did you make now? Can you show me what you made?
We did a coconut type of cake.
Oh, yeah, but that's not what you made. Where is it? Is that the one right there?
No, this is what we
This is the
made.
flour you make.
Yeah, this is, we made this.
Not the plate. Yeah, it's
It's a
a
type of
pastry.
cake.
It's called
Oh,
flour.
wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
French pastry.
All right, good job. What else?
What else? We made,
Is that the tiramisu?
no, we made this.
Oh, this, you made this one here too?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. What's
And
that
you can
called?
have it fresh or cold. It's a type of salad with millet in it.
Oh,
Yeah, a type of grain in it, and it's mixed with chicken. Oops. Okay, the fly is here.
oh, there it is right there. This is the, oh my God. Like a pudding right there. So when you cook
Okay.
food like that, that girl
All
right
right,
there
you
in
did
the white
good, did
pants,
good.
she's
Hey,
an
Sumaya, you gotta
architect
come over and
from
tell me what you did.
Tunisia.
Got
I'm looking
NAL
for a
right
good
here.
man for
So what did you
we
make
did-
now?
we did,
Can you show me what you made?
we did a coconut type of cake.
Okay, no, we already did that. So that's my brother, Michael. He comes in, he sees the scene like that, he's looking around thinking, this is incredible. It's such a wonderful festive thing, so every 2 weeks we're doing that. They're all preparing, they're getting, okay, here's my next dish, here's what we're gonna do. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So there's Cam making his little dish right there. Now, what I asked him to do is, because I'm teaching them the principle, people would come down every morning after breakfast, I'd bring them into the living room and we'd study. And the people that wanted to join us. If they don't, that's fine. But, so these guys were the first ones, and they had come to my Airbnb 3 years ago, and they're gonna share their hearts right now.
Hi, my name's Cameron, and this is my beautiful wife, Casey.
Hi.
So we're here to share just a little bit about the impact that learning about the principle has really had on our life. For me, it's very practical. For me, it's transformed the way that I look at family, the way that I look at children, the way that I look at practical ways of connecting with God. And truth be told, we've been kind of on our journey of looking into having a family and creating that, and there was some trepidation and hesitation, but everything that I've learned from Roddy and from the principle about, you know, really receiving a blessing and calling in God's children and being the stewards of God's kind of next generation for the world, it's really taken a weight off my shoulders, and I know that God's going to be with me and with us through this whole process of starting a family and bringing children into the world. So I'm just so grateful for the clarity that these teachings have brought me around starting a family. What about you, Casey?
Well, I definitely agree. I think that right now in the world, there's so much shame and guilt and also just like brainwashing about not having children, or that it's bad for the environment, or how it's going to cost you all these logical things versus the heart. And I think that when I first came to this Airbnb, we first came here 3 years ago, and now we're back 3 years later, just seeing Roddy and his family, the Portelances, show up consistently with love and with heart, and like us being able to see a representation of God working in the family and seeing that it all worked out. It was okay. They had many children, and it wasn't just that, you know, they turned out okay. They turned out divine and incredible. And so for us to see that means that it's possible for us, for our family, and for that, we're really grateful for the principle and learning about how all that works, and specifically how God lands and works in families.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you
that's
so
it.
much.
Now, Cam and Casey, when they came, they were just,
Hi, my name's Cameron.
they
and
were
this is,
not even married,
my
your boyfriend and
beautiful
girlfriend. I
wife,
said,
Casey.
you guys gotta
Hi.
get married, okay? So they
So
went
we're
out
here to
west and they
share
got
just a
married.
little bit about the,
And
the
then,
impact
and
that
then,
learning about the principle has really had
they're
on my
helping
life.
me. I
For
wrote a
me, it's
book
very
called
practical.
MFT in America,
For me, it's
and they helped me
transformed the
put the
way
book
that I look
together,
at
okay?
family, the way that I
So,
look at
yeah, if
children,
anybody ever
the way
sees
that
the
I
book,
look
you'll
at
see it in the back.
practical
They
ways
wrote
of
that,
connecting with
the,
God.
whatever you call, not the
And
forward, the forward's
truth
done
be
by
told,
MFT
we've
people,
been
but
kind of on our
at the
journey
back, they
of
wrote the
looking into having a
introduction in the
family and
back. They're
creating that,
really
and there
good.
was some trepidation.
Okay, now this girl here, she came in from China. She left China. She's a master's degree in business, and she's coming, first time to leave China, to come. She was scared. She came to my place for 2 weeks, and then you hear her testimony.
Hello, my name is Michelle. To be honest, I'm eager to have my own family. I believe family absolutely give me the power and hope and also nourish myself. Frankly speaking, it takes me a lot of courage to go from China to here, Canada. But I made it. I believe it was God's will. I have been living here for almost 2 months. When I first came here, I felt very lost in my heart. But I was very lucky. I met Roddy and his family. The family is very warm, kind, and generous. I'm so appreciative to Roddy for being like a mentor, guiding me, and he introduced principle lesson to me. I learned a lot from the principle. In the past, I didn't understand what love is. Now, I am learning how to love and how to serve others, how to be generous and be appreciative to anything that God gave me. The biggest improvement is I'm no longer stiff or isolated. I get used to more open-minded and to share something with others. I think it's the beginning for me from here. Happiness is an internal topic, which is worth pursuing throughout our lives. In fact, the path to happiness is not as difficult as imagined. As the video says, God will arrange for 95%, and we only need to do is follow the left 5%. So no matter what issues or problem I have experienced before, now that I have learned principle, I have become a better person and also know how to love others. I think this place is full of magic, power, give me encouragement and inspiration. So with the faith and hope given by God, I have confidence in my future life. So thank you God for everything He has given me. God bless us.
Okay.
Hello,
Now,
my name is
how do
Michelle.
I just stop
To be
and pause
honest,
it? 'Cause
I'm
it's
eager to
doubling
have
up
my
here.
own family.
Okay. Now, Michelle actually, you're coming from China, you can be very stiff and dry. So I put her on a condition. She had to smile for a minute every hour, okay, on the clock. So, to smile for a minute is not easy, right? If I say, okay, why don't you smile for a minute? You got to think of something that makes you happy for 1 minute. And I learned that on MFT from Commander Hayashi because Father had him do it, right? Because you got to smile and hold it for a minute. Good luck, right? You're holding it for a while, and all of a sudden your lips start wiggling. It's hard to hold it for a minute, but you try yourself, and so it becomes natural to smile and think of wonderful things that make you happy, right? So this couple here, they came in. These people that are coming from China don't know God. So when they come in like this here, it's like this is foreign, but they realize this is what they're looking for. They're not going back, right? So just listen to their testimony here. I'm here right now with Sheila and Bob. They're from China, and they've been with me, my Airbnb, for about 2 weeks. And we've been teaching them divine principle. So I'm going to ask Bob first. What have you realized by studying the principle?
I think actually is because we are come from China. I think for Chinese this video is really show this video for me. For Chinese, it's difficult to understand the video's meaning, especially God want to people learn how to work. But this video is very important because he feel the true value. It's very important to Chinese. So I want to say this value, I can learn God how to work. I can understand what is true, what is false. It's very important. Then I can through the true value and feeling the God how to work into my heart.
Beautiful. How about Sheila? What have you learned?
From this period of time, I learned this principle from the video. It's at first it's let me know the reason why I am here. Yeah, I'm a case of love. I want to seek a family happiness here. And as everyone, and I know everyone want to find the true. Okay, I'm nervous.
She's nervous. She says, I'm nervous.
Yeah, everyone want to 6 year old happiness and family happiness. So, and according to the principle, we could find the God's love but for our after daily life, we should apply these principles. Even though this principle is simple, just seen and received, but we should apply it and we can get to know more about the life and know more about the God. And I think there are so many things for me to learn in the after during our days. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
Very, very good. You're good.
When
You
they
guys
come
are
into
great.
Canada,
Thank
they're
you.
coming into students.
I'm
and
here
they're
right
very
now
smart.
with,
You know, Michelle,
Sheila
the
and
girl
Bob.
before that,
They're from
she,
China,
she has
and
a
they've been
blog
with
with
me,
800
my
people on
Airbnb
her
for
blog.
about 2 weeks.
Casey is
And
a life
we've been
coach.
teaching them
So a
divine
lot of people
principle.
prepare to,
So I'm going to ask
they
Bob first.
wanna know.
What have you
They wanna
realized
know,
by
okay? So this here family here, they're from Cameroon. She's a lawyer. Her children actually, I went through like one time 9 videos in a row. And I said, you guys had enough right now? We're talking and we're enjoying the experience. And every time we do a video, I'll say, so what's your takeaway from that? What'd you get from that? And I'll explain it. So I said, you guys want to stop? No, no, don't stop. The little girl, she's 9 years old. Listen to her testimony, right? There's the father right here. He's right beside. He's an engineer. She's a lawyer. And this little girl, 9 years old, explaining one little video. Listen to her explanation.
What was your takeaway?
My takeaway was that after the fall, because the reciprocal relationship between Adam and Eve was centered on Satan, the children that they produced were mixed, since they were supposed to be completely centered on God, but they were not, even though Adam and Eve having children was part of how God worked in them. So we were created with God in us, but also with Satan. So in order to reestablish a pure family, pure couples, there needs to be a couple, and Jesus already gave us spiritual salvation, but in order for the physical salvation to be completed, he needs to marry physically.
You can see that, right?
Unbelievable, eh?
Yeah. So that's
Unbelievable. 9
important.
years old, right?
He wanted that from the very
So,
beginning.
but that's
He
what you
wanted
got to
children that
do.
are sinless.
You got to kind of
So
pick
it's
it.
interesting
This
with
little
all the
guy's 6
different
years old.
religions
If I
like
let
that,
you hear one of
even
his testimonies,
from a Hindu
blow you away.
religion, there had
6
to be
years
a
old, that
couple
kind of heart,
somewhere
right?
up there.
So then at the end of our little buffet like this year, I had Jonathan's a real good dancer. I said, Jonathan, I had tweaked my back, so I had my little cane there, but watch this.
Come on, now. You got it.
In Africa, like that, they dance a lot, right? So they're all up there getting at her. We did some karaoke. It was like incredible. Those dresses, those blue dresses, the mother made the dresses herself, right? What I love to do is to pull the talent that's in the people. I want it out so they feel really comfortable.
Come on.
So he does a spin around now.
Come on here.
They love that stuff.
Let's do it. Yeah. You got it, buddy. Come on. Yeah.
Go, Jonathan, go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on.
You see Kane and Nate doing that flip around this morning? That's the kind of spirit, right? Okay. Now, this couple here ran my Airbnb last year, Ella with yellow, and her husband came in from China with 2 kids. She was there before to make way for them to come. They're playing Chinese song down there. Michelle doesn't know these guys. The girl beside them in the jeans, she doesn't know them, but she hears the Chinese singing. Wait a second. She comes down. They didn't know each other. The girl behind her is from Malaysia. She's a guest in my home. And she goes, wait a second, they're playing Chinese songs. We're coming down. Listen to this. And then they invite Shizuka in. You're going to see this now. And she can sing really good. He plays real good guitar. He just can't speak English. What I do in my home, you see I have a piano behind there. I have several guitars and banjos, saxophone, violin. Anybody that has talent, please share some of your music. They love it. And then they feel like they're contributing, right, to the environment, and they feel really good, right? but because they're reading it from their phone, the reading is in English, but it's Chinese. So then watch. The girl behind there, she's 43 years a teacher. She calls Shizuko over. Shizuko goes, I don't know Chinese. But watch this. So when people walk into my home and they see people doing this, they just feel like, well, this is so natural. Everybody's just, who are you people? I'll get Shizuka gets right into it, right? Like this. Okay, let's go. Now, they start playing some Christian songs. Bruce Gordon's from Atlanta. His daughter is married to my son. So they're playing these Christian. Just changes the environment. Makes it wonderful, soft. It's easy to talk to people about God and family and relationships. And we go pretty deep. We go real deep. We don't play around. I cut right to the chase. I want to match them all, marry them all, but they ought to know the principle to make the relationship last. And they get it.
That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
And they'll take it to another level just by entertaining it. Because they want to express their talents and their love and let people know who they are. You
are here, you're healing every heart. I worship you.
Okay, now these girls came from Austria. They came to compete in Chicago, and it's called wheel gymnastics. Wait till you see this. And I said, do you play piano? Okay, we'll get on, show us. And the girls are behind them.
So, okay, guys, where are you guys from?
We're from Austria.
And what's your name?
My name is Selina.
Sedina. Okay, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah?
Bigot.
Bigot, okay. All right, you're going to play a song for us, okay? Let's do this.
I'm gonna try my best.
No problem.
Competition in Chicago. They said, let's go to Canada. And they found my Airbnb and they came, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. I thought your girls were going to start singing, you know?
No, we don't sing, only in the car.
Only in the car. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now watch this. Look at it. The girl in white right here. Look at this here. I've never seen this before. She's been doing this 14 years. When they started doing that and showing me their videos, I said, you got videos in this? Because I've seen them down at the lake doing these exercises that I've never seen done before. And all my girls did gymnastics. I'd never seen this. The way they were doing things on the dock down at the bottom. So I said, when I get my grounds, I'm gonna have you guys come and teach the kids how to do that. They said, we'd love to. It was incredible. She's gonna do a handstand on a wheel. You'd think if you go forward like that, you'd kill yourself, right? Unbelievable. The girl on white in that first picture, she's a world champion. They were really, really good. So then this guy, he's about 5 hours north of where we are. We're in northern Ontario, Toronto, 4.5 hours, Sudbury. He's way up there on the left. And he's a student at the university. He comes in. I said, you play piano? Yeah. I said, get on it. Listen to this guy.
The piano right now.
So my name is Francois from Kapuskasing.
All right, Francois. Let's go, bud.
All he's playing.
Look at this guy.
France and a family from Greece in the house. They're listening to this guy.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Look at these
Feels
guys.
like
They
$1
owe
million
me
bucks, and they're
macaroni.
looking
Look
going,
out.
unbelievable.
The piano right now.
How
My
did
name
you
is
know you're just
Class
staying
One
on
from
train at an
Cascasing.
Airbnb and all of a sudden this happens? But Yogi, he's been with me about 3 times, and I'm teaching. I want a good woman for him. He's a real good guy. Watch this guy.
Hello everyone, my
He's a
name is Yogi
master
and
in
I'm a
music.
guitar player,
Masters of
and
music.
today I'm here to express my gratitude and my respect and love towards Roddy and his beautiful family. I'm here to play a very short song. Hope you like it. Thank you.
So I had him playing my brother's house. My brother plays drums, and all my kids are playing, and his guitar playing is unbelievable. Probably the best guitar player I've ever heard. And he teaches music to kids. So he'll be a teacher in our program. Okay. Now, when people come and I send them out on kayaks and I give them saunas and stuff, I want pictures of it because I don't want them to flip the kayak and lose their phone. So I take pictures of all kinds of people. And then I send it to their phones. So they really appreciate that because they want a picture of them doing something, right? So we do that. Now, here's some of the testimonies, and Kyoshi, you can read that.
Host was very welcoming. This day was way better than expected. If I could give more than 5 stars, I would. The sauna was a rejuvenating experience. The hosts were kind enough to wake up early and make us lattes. We felt like we were treated like family and right at home. I hope to come back soon.
So that's what they feel. These are reviews, okay? People write something because they felt something, and so it's wonderful, and you can read them off. If you ever go onto our site, you can see this. Go ahead.
Roddy and his wife Yoko were so welcoming and supportive all the time. As it was my first time in Canada and Sudbury, I felt like a home. We had productive conversations every morning. Thanks, Roddy and Yoko, for great hospitality. I would like to extend the appreciation for Cam and Casey too. They were so helpful and cheerful all the time. Thank you, Roddy. I traveled 13,000 kilometers to get here away from home, but you and everyone there made me feel like a home. Thank you so much for guiding me through so many things in all the morning sessions. Thank you, Roddy. Amazing people and beautiful home. I will stay again for sure. One, meet so many fellow travelers and great experience. Hosts are very kind and offer me dinner and then homemade lattes in the morning by fellow hosts. Stay blessed, guys. It was lovely to stay at your beautiful home.
When Cam and Casey came, or Ben and Shizuka came last time, Ben brought a coffee machine, a latte machine. And I said, I got to get one of those. He says, did you want that? And he left it there. So every morning, people come down the stairs, they just come down. Would you like a latte? Yeah. Make it up and give it to them. They feel like, oh, this is incredible. And I got some to-go cups. If they want to go in a hurry, just make it up. Okay, you guys take that on the road. Oh, God, thank you. They're just so happy. Just with a little latte, it goes a long ways, right?
It was an amazing stay. I've never had such a wonderful experience. For me, the most impressive is the landlord, Roddy. Warm in hospitality, he is so charming. At the same time, his family is quite kind and generous. Living in this house, you never feel alone. They always invite you to join them for dinner. Anyway, I was impressed by his family. I never felt like I was living in an Airbnb, but a big family.
Now, this family was the last family when I finished my video for my PowerPoint. And he came to a conference. So his wife had nothing to do. I said, so well, and I started talking about family and love and heart, and she wanted to know more. So I taught her the principle, which we went through about maybe 10 videos. And she was crying. As soon as a person hears truth and they realize it answers their question, it's like a transformation. It's incredible. So I said, okay, but the husband sees a real change in his wife, right? Like, what just happened there? I just left you for half a day there. What happened? It's like a shock, right? So, but she said, my husband sings very good. I said, well, sing a song. I want you to sing a song. So listen to this song here. Watch this.
Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
So she
Beautiful.
looked,
Look at
son of a
this
gun,
guy.
come here.
Beautiful.
Right? Now, she says, but she sings too. Listen to her.
happy to see me, small and bright, little sunshine.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful.
God has prepared so many people to receive the truth. So nobody should be afraid of talking to people, right? You heard the Bible verse, knock and the door shall be open. Ask and you shall find. Seek and you shall find. We should know that we just have to step out of ourselves, right? And find creative ways of moving people's hearts so they want to know what you're doing, right? I am building heaven. And I'm putting a team together that when you come into the environment, you will know and experience God's love. There's no denying it. You want to learn how to love people? There's a way to do it. If you're stiff and stuck in your own way, you're going to stay there forever, and you're not going to be happy with the results. And results are what matters, right? You know, like some of the people that I was talking about, I seen the picture of John Abelseth coming next week. John Abelseth, he's training men, and I got women. And I'm saying, okay, John, they got to know the principle. If they know the principle, we can make this thing work. But there's no, oh, she's gorgeous. Can you hook? No, we're not hooking anybody up. We want everybody to understand, if you want to make a marriage work, the principle has to play a big role in this, right? So I heard the workshop is next week. Everybody that's going to come to the workshop. And you'll learn some things, but don't be afraid to reach out to people. I gave even a condition to my own kids. I said, okay, next year, last year, I said, during the whole year, find 3 spiritual kids. It's like nurturing people. It's like, you know, in the Catholic faith, you have godparents. You want to raise people up and give them some good guidance, right? But nobody did. And yet my kids are really good kids. So the fear in us to reach out to people and help them understand more is you got to lose that. It's in the way. Because you're stopping yourself from developing and helping in results whatsoever. So Mother right now, you know, Haktahan Moon is pushing everybody to witness and talk to people and guide people. We shouldn't be afraid of that. So I learned this from Oni Durst in San Francisco. I joined in San Francisco. And they were the best witnessing group in America. You know, right? But there was no concepts. If you ever went out with Sherry Reuter to witness, she scared you to death, you know. Because you'd be walking, okay, go talk to that guy. Oh, Jason, you got to go, okay, hi, how you doing? And you're in San Francisco, and there are so many gay people and everything else. You think, I don't know what to say. Okay, go. You know, just mix it up. And so when my first pioneer mission was Las Vegas, there was only 4 people in the center there. And so she said, just find a tree, Roddy, and make that your holy ground. So I played music, I played guitar, so I'd go out into UNLV, University in Las Vegas, then I'd find a tree, and I'd sit down, and I'd play holy songs, and with my eyes closed like that, I'd play, and then when I'd open my eyes, I'd have people sitting down, 3 or 4 or 5 people just sitting around, and I'd go, oh, do you play music? Yeah, okay, here. I just hand him the guitar, he started playing, everybody starts gathering around, it's like, well, this is university, this is what people do, right? So you just find creative ways. I say, listen, could you come and play that song tonight? We have a center at 5 o'clock, we got a little thing going on, could you come? Yeah, I'll come over. And then the environment changes, right? There's lots of ways of helping people understand, but don't be afraid. The fear that's inside of you, you got to lose it because it's holding you back. But there's creative ways of doing it, right? First time, Father gave us 360 homes, right? He said, go out and build your community like that. Well, holy gee, that's a lot. So I said, okay. So I said, so what can I say? What can I do the first time? Okay, and God tells you, if you want to make effort to realize what you can do, God will tell you, here's what you do. So the first thing I said, okay, I had a clipboard. I knock on the door, talk. I'm looking for my A, B, and C group who can help me and teach them the principle. So I'd say, listen, my name is Roddy, and I'm with the Unification Center down the street, and we're just looking for things that you'd like to see improved in your area. Some things you'd like to see improved, and so I take my clipboard, because we're finding that your ideas, that sometimes the house that's 3 or 4 houses down is the same idea, and you don't know each other. So they'd say, well, I wish the kids wouldn't take their bicycles on the thing. I'd just write it all down. Whatever they said, I'd write it down. So I'd go through all the people that responded to me. I'd say, okay, these are my A's, okay? The next time I went around, I made little brownies in little bags. I said, listen, we made some things at the center. I want you guys to have it. And the next time I come around, I want you to give me a recipe of some favorite thing that your family does. We'll make a community cookbook. So I go, Judd, that's a good idea. So I go around again, and now I get the cookbook. So I give the brownies to everybody, and then I get the cookbook. So now it's like, okay, now after about 3 visitations of all my homes, I have my A that I can talk to. So any idea you have, the ideas are coming from God, but you got to make effort to go and reach those ideas. Don't be afraid to communicate at that level and get them ideas and then put them to work, and you'll see them working. So even that buffet that I'm doing, we're going to do it all the time now. Because people love that. They're in the community, they're here with us, and they get their little apartment, but they want to come and still mingle with friends and stuff, and we'll be able to match a whole bunch of people. So that's my, people want to be happy. If you want good families, they see broken homes. There's too many dysfunctional families, too many divorces. 75% of marriages don't make it, 50% within Christianity. We don't want to be a part of that at all. So they have to have solutions to their problems, and they're willing to hear it, right? So that's my takeaway. And that's my gang right there. Now, I had a picture of Kanan comes up every day. I had a picture of the 4 kids, 5:30 in the morning. Me and Yoko do morning devotion like that at 6 every day. And they're coming down at 5:30 in the morning. Yuna, 2 years old, 5:30 in the morning. What's she doing? What 2-year-old you know wants to come down? I said, so Kanan comes all the time. Sometimes Emmy will come, sometimes Yuna, but Kanan, lock solid, right? So I said, Kanan, so who's waking you up? Is your mom and dad waking you up? No. He just comes in, you can hear him coming. Don't. He's coming down. Okay, he's getting it. So he's the guy. I take my books, and I'm going to, we did the 1-hour lecture. Now we're doing the 3-hour lecture, and we just, okay, give me the yellow marker. Okay, give me the orange marker. Okay, give me the pink one. So we're marking it all up. He's in there. And then Yoko's giving him the diagrams, and he's drawing them all out. I had these pictures, but we didn't put them in there. But that's what happens. Everybody wants to know more. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, okay? There. That's my heart, guys. God bless you guys.